this episode of Is This Disc Right For You, where we show you how a disc throws for a casual disc golfer versus a pro disc golfer. And this week we're talking about the Dynamic Disc Captain, an understable distance driver. The numbers are speed 13, glide 5, turn -2, and a fade of 2. Robert, tell us about the profile of the Captain.
The Captain is most certainly a wider rim disc. This is going to be a higher speed. If you're pretty new to the game, I don't think you're going to want to try this out a whole lot. But if you've been playing for a little while and looking to get a little bit more distance out of your distance drivers, I love the Understable Flight of a disc like this. These are relatively flat, and if you can get your hand around the rim, I think you can get some good distance out of it.
All right, well, we come to the part of the show where we show you how it throws for myself, a casual disc golfer, and Robert, a pro disc golfer. All right, so for me, with the Captain, even though it's an understable disc, I still have to remember that it's a high-speed driver, which means I've really got to give it some oomph when I get out there and throw it. As you can see, when I threw it away from me, it still was, even though it's understable, it went straight a little bit, but it still had that hard fade at the end, and it was, still trying to turn left, which happens when you are more of a casual player and don't have a strong arm. Now, throwing back toward the camera, we were dealing with a right to left crosswind, and as you can see, that wind was really affecting it and just pulling it over to the left. So I tried it again, and I threw it with just a tiny bit of Anheuser, and it flew really well. After I threw it with the Anheuser, you could see it was fighting that wind, but still coming back. But how did it throw for you, Robert?
I think a lot of people are going to enjoy the Captain who like working distance drivers up from a hyzer over to flat or even an Anheuser to get some more distance out of it. I need to start these on hyzer to get them to do what I want to do, which is just to get out there straight, maybe push to the right a little bit and come back. I did try one on a big Anheuser coming back at the camera. We had a right to left wind, so I kind of just wanted to see how it would act fighting into that wind. And the Captain does have good low speed stability, so that once it got into the wind, it kind of just panned back to flat instead of cutting and rolling. So I think it could be a useful disc for higher arm speeds who want to throw something up high to the left and let it pan all the way to the right, or if they want to start something on hyzer and work it up to flat and even over to the right. That's going to be the utility for professional players.
So Robert, what would you say the biggest difference between a casual player and a pro disc golfer when it comes to the Captain?
If you are a casual disc golfer trying to throw the Captain for the first time and it's your first distance driver, it's probably going to act really overstable for you. It is a speed 13 disc, which means that you really need to get it up going a little bit faster in order for it to act the way that it's supposed to act. And so just like you were talking about in the crosswind coming back to the camera, when it's not quite up to speed, the wind is really going to take this disc. And so higher arm speeds will be able to achieve the intended flight a little bit easier. Lower arm speeds are going to have to start it flat or even on Anheuser to get it to kind of flex and work for them.
Well, there you go. That's how it throws for myself, a casual disc golfer, and for Robert, a pro disc golfer. But you got to get out there and try it for yourself. And you can do that using the Buyback Program. Robert, tell them about the Buyback Program.
So all you have to do is go to dynamicdiscs.com/retail. You can find a Buyback retailer at a lot of locations around the nation. And you can go and buy a disc from Dynamic Discs, Latitude 64, or Westside Discs. You can try it out for 14 days as long as you don't put any markings on it. Sharpie, we mean. Not, you can hit trees. But as long as you don't put any Sharpie on it, you can return it to the store if you're not satisfied and exchange it for a disc of ours or a disc from a different company. That's how much we believe in our products. So go and find a Buyback retailer and try out a Lucid Captain today.
Yeah, head out to dynamicdisc.com/retail and find yourself a Buyback store near you.